So, when it comes to personal branding, so many teachers and administrators don't even think about it at all. They just believe that their brand is that I'm a teacher, I am an administrator, principal, assistant principal, whatever the role may be. But however, branding as an educator is so important, especially now in 2022 and beyond. Think about it this way: we live in a space where our social media presence is essential, not just for letting our families know what we're doing or our friends or highlighting our vacations, things of that nature, but professionally speaking, your branding speaks so much about you before a potential employer meets you. And a great example of this is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a space where once upon a time where you went to go find a job, but now this is where you literally let the world know who you are, what you're doing, and it's literally a virtual living evergreen resume that you can update all the time and people just see it. I believe at some point in time that the paper resume will be obsolete. You just send your link to your LinkedIn account. But is LinkedIn the only space from where you can actually brand yourself? I don't think so. YouTube, which is the second largest search engine in the world behind Google itself, and Google owns YouTube, space where if you know how to manage that space properly, you can extend your reach and also maybe create new opportunities for yourself. If you're a teacher, you should be constantly documenting what you're doing, whether it's pictures, whether it's video, whether it's recording yourself teach, whether it's showing your plan for the year, using YouTube and other social media platforms to publicize to parents in the community what is it that you're doing in your classroom. If you're an administrator, same thing. When I was a principal, I constantly would tweet, record videos of events and post it because I wanted the world to see what we're doing. But why is that so important? When it comes to recruiting, here in New York City, kids pretty much have a choice of where they want to attend, especially for middle school and high school. They apply. When you're applying, you want the best kids who are the best fit for your school to apply to your school. But if the only thing they have is a guidebook that says this is what the school has. Hey, they have the sewing club. Oh, they have basketball. Is that enough? Especially when you're competing with 1,800 plus other schools, including another 300 charter schools or so. Okay, I get it. Where I live, it's only one local middle school or one local elementary school, so I don't have to brand myself. Yes, you do, because again, if you're trying to advance your career, you want to document what you've done. You want to show the world what you're doing. You want to show, even if it's not the world, your community, what you're doing. But at the end of the day, when you are a teacher, when you are an administrator, you are a public figure off the bat. Because, yeah, you might say nobody knows you. Let's say you teach 5 classes a day and you have 25 kids in each of those classes. That's 125 kids that know you. What if you're just elementary school and you're just teaching all your kids all day long, right? Okay. Those 25 kids know you, which means there's 25 parents that know you, or 25 or 50, depending how many parents this child has, entire families, the neighbors, everybody knows who you are. So the thing is, you want to showcase what you're doing. I'm a believer that you should be posting all the time, especially content around what you're doing, and then also helping parents and families understand what it is that they need to do to support their kids. So I've seen teachers who've said, "Hey, here's the homework, but also go to my Twitter account, go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok." Now TikTok allows you to do 10-minute videos, and teachers can actually go on there and explain the homework to the parents and say, "Hey, tonight this is what we're doing." Guess what? When you're in front of people consistently, guess what? People are watching. I'm gonna give you a quick story, and I'm gonna stop. And this is all about creating content. You should always be creating content. Khan Academy. I forget his first name, but Khan. Actually, I have his book here somewhere. Yeah, I have his book here somewhere. So the creator of Khan Academy was working in mutual funds, right? And I think here in New York, he had a niece and nephew in Louisiana who was struggling with math. So he would literally blackboard math problems and screen record him talking, explain to them how to do the math problems. Back then, we didn't have all the social media platforms and the private messaging spaces that allowed you to really do video, but video files are pretty huge. So what he did, he just uploaded it on YouTube and send the link to the kids, and he had it set up as public, and his niece and nephew were, learning math, literally, you know, um, asynchronously from Louisiana, from him in New York, right? People started finding his videos. He's not even a teacher. People started finding his videos and were like, oh my God, it's helping my child, it's helping my kids. And he kept on making more and more and more videos. And now we have Khan Academy, which is a multi-million-dollar, if not, it's probably billion at this point. It's going to be billion at some point in time. The amount of funding they're getting from Google and Microsoft and all these spaces. Like this platform, Khan Academy, that if you're a teacher, you probably know about, came from the idea of someone who's not even a teacher documenting lessons for his niece and nephew. And now I don't know any school, any teacher that doesn't know Khan Academy. You want to brand yourself. Okay, and it's going to be very important as you're applying for other positions, or maybe move to other spaces or other localities, or maybe you're trying to apply to be a team leader, or you want to be assistant principal or a principal. You're getting certification. Let your work be alive and accessible to the world. Okay, I'm not saying about your personal life, just the work that you're doing. Be creative in how you show it. And if you're not creative, just document it. Use your iPhone. Get a camera. The equipment that you need to do this is very, very cheap. You literally it's in your back pocket. It's literally in your back pocket. It's your phone. All right. So you're a teacher. You should be branding yourself. And the way you brand yourself is you have to always be creating content, and you need to post that content for people to see. All right. You have any questions? This is Uche Njoku, Sneaker Principal. Go ahead and drop me a message on the comments, and I'll respond back to you. But I'm telling you, this is something very important, and I'm sure a lot of you have been thinking about this, just didn't know how to do it or didn't have the courage to do it. All right, join me on my podcast on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 p.m. And I'll see y'all soon. All right, peace.